Hello guys, and welcome back to another Scratch tutorial. In today's Scratch tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make a snake game. So what you're going to do is make a new sprite and just make it a nice box of any color of your choice. Don't make it too big because this is going to be a clone multiplied multiple times. So call this snake. When green flag is clicked, you're going to forever make a new block, call it play. Okay, put the block in here and drag this definition cap down here. You're going to make a few variables. One of those variables is speed. Another is score. And make another one called tick. There's going to be another variable, but let me introduce you to these three. So you're going to set score and set speed and set tick to a specific number. You're going to set speed to, let's say, 3 and set the others to 0 and put them in when it stops. So define play. Oh, and this is the last one. Call it direction, but I'll just call it dir. So you are going to point in direction, and then you are going to put this up here, and then you are going to move speed steps so you can change it easily. And you're going to say if you click your up arrow key, it is going to set the turn variable to 0, so it points up. And if you click the down arrow key, you'll set it to -180. No, it's 180. And then if the right and arrow key are pressed, if the right and left arrow key are pressed, you set it to 90 and -90. So if you see, oh wait, no. I'm gonna take this up a second. Okay, and also make it go to the center when it starts. If you didn't know, the center coordinates are 0, 0. So let's see. The direction is 0 because we need to set the direction to 0. So when I click the right arrow key, it's pointing in the direction of 90, and if I use the left arrow, it's -90, down is 180, and up is 0. So we can use this to our advantage. So if we put in the move speed steps block, it will move forever. It'll move according to what you set the variable to at the beginning. And when you click the arrow keys, it will point to a different direction, causing it to move to a different place. Now we're going to use clones. Drag in a create clone of myself at the end, so it'll get longer and longer. And then you're going to do when I start as a clone, you're going to wait 1 second. You're going to wait tick seconds, and you're going to set tick to 0.4, and then you're going to delete this clone. So when it starts as a clone, it's gonna wait tick seconds, which is 0.4, and it's gonna delete the clone. If you don't delete the clone, it'll just keep on going and going until the entire screen is full. So that's why we need to delete this clone. So let's see, we've got a perfect snake. But what do you do in this game? You're supposed to catch the apples or the food and get longer and longer and longer and longer, right? So let's make some food. So make a new sprite. You can make it whatever color you want. I'm gonna make it green because it's green is something good that you eat, not something bad. So when flag clicked, it's going to go to a random position, and then forever, if it's touching the player or the snake, it is going to go to a random position again. And this is where the score comes in. This is a scoring system. So if it's touching the snake, change score by 1. So let's test it out. I mean, we need to show the variable score and make it large readout. Okay, let's test it again. So if we eat this, it is going to change the score by 1. Why won't it change? Why won't it change? Okay, set the score to 0, drag in the script and put it in the snake and delete it from here. Call this food, and if it's touching the, let's call it apple, or no, food, it's gonna change the score by 1. Okay, now it's working. Okay, we've made a scoring system, we've made clones, and we've made food. Now there's one little thing that we're missing. We can't get longer. So let's make a new if condition. If it's touching the food, we are going to change the tick variable by 0.3 and put it before the create clone of myself. So now the snake will get longer every time we eat the food. See? It's getting longer and longer. Okay, now that we've done this, let's make it so if it touches the edge, it dies. So, we'll get this out first. Drag in an if condition, a touching condition. If touching the edge, we are going to broadcast a new message called dead. I misspelled it on purpose. Okay, so when I receive dead, okay, so make a new sprite. This is going to be the if I die sprite. This will show. So it's just this. I don't really like Scratch font, so that's why I use this Chinese or Japanese font, because I personally like them. So when flag clicked, it's going to show, but it's going to set its ghost effect to 100. And then if when I receive dead, it's going to repeat 10. It's going to change the ghost effect by -10. And when it starts, it's gonna go to 0, 0. And you can call this death text. So let's start it. So if it's touching the apple, it gets points. And if it touches the edge, it dies. But here's the thing, when it dies, it keeps on going. So drag in a when I receive dead, you're going to set speed to 0 so it won't move anymore. And then make a new sprite. This is just for like covering, so it looks like it's at the back of a layer. So make this like this color, not too dark. It's somewhat like the old sprite, but sorry. And then make it a gradient, and then choose it so it won't be filled. Drag in this reshape tool, and then make it so it's a little light, like this. And then drag it so it fills the entire screen, duplicate it and flip it upside down so it looks like a gradient. it's a clear screen. So when I receive dead, we're gonna duplicate the script from here and here, but change this so it goes to the front layer. This is pointless. Okay, and call this filter. You don't need to do it. I just did it because it looks good. Okay, now touch the edge, and this happens. So it looks like this is behind a nice filter, but the dead screen isn't. So if you can click off the video now if you don't want to add this, but you can stay if you do. So duplicate the food sprite. This food is going to kill you if you eat it. What's the point of that? Well, if people are clumsy and they don't avoid it, like most people, they will die. So if it's touching snake, it's not going to go to a random position. It's going to broadcast the dead. So see, there's two. Which one are you going to go for? I'm going to go for that one. You die. Okay, now let's make a new one that gives you more points than the original. So you're gonna make this yellow or orange. Call this gold. So if it eats the gold, it gets more points. So if it's touching the snake, it's gonna go to another random position, and then it's going to change the score by 3. Yeah, 3 is good. So now you have 3. If you go for the gold, if it's touching the snake, it's going to go to the random position and wait like 5 seconds. It has a 5-second cooldown. So it spawns in at the start, but it won't have a cooldown. No, change score by 3 and wait for, okay, now it should work. So if we take this and go to the gold, it won't hide. Okay, take this out, take that out, go into looks, drag in a show and a hide. Put the hide on top of the wait block. So it's going to do this. So when it's touching the snake, it will change the score by 3. It will go to a random position, it will hide, then it will wait 5 seconds. Put this right here, and then it will show again. So let's see if this works. See? Now you've grabbed it. It will change the score by 3, and if you touch the red thing, it'll die. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, please smash the like button, and if you do, please consider subscribing. It would mean the world to me if you subscribe, because I don't have a lot of subscribers and I put hours into these videos. So thank you guys for watching, and